Hello, welcome back to The Offer. I am so excited to be here to record with two wonderful people. First, of course, my co-host, Cesar. How are you, Cesar?
Hola, amigos míos. How are you doing?
How is that tour of the world going? I really, every week, expect a new, interesting way of your catchphrase. I mean...
I've reached New Mexico.
Oh, you've reached This is New Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh, twice as good as the old one.
Twice as good as the old one. And so I'm here with Cesar. I'm Paul, by the way, in case you don't know. Welcome to The Offer. This week we are here with our dear friend, wonderful, great, creative genius, Julien Bertrand. And we are going to create a story to perhaps frighten you, to startle you. It is part of our spooky month.
Chew your bones and break your spine.
And put them in a soup and eat them up, perhaps. This week, the genre is slasher.
Yes, there's a killer on the run, and we're gonna find him and play him.
Or is there? Who knows? We haven't made it yet.
Or her. We're an equal opportunity organization.
Equal opportunity for murderers. So,
yes,
we're gonna get into making this wonderful story. Thanks so much for joining us. Please make sure you subscribe in all the places. You can find us on YouTube and whatever. The whatevers. Find us in the interwebs.
Yes.
But with all that business out of the way, Cesar, do you have anything to add before we start story making?
Don't stop fighting for your dreams. They're the most important thing you have.
I have nothing else to add. Here we go. This is The Offer. And we are so excited to welcome Julien. Hello, Julien.
Hello, Paul. Hello, Cesar.
It's so wonderful to see you. Paris looks beautiful. It looks so nice out there. Does anything frightening ever happen in Paris? What's the most frightening thing that's happened in Paris?
Rats. There's rats everywhere. Like big as your forearm. Yeah, they're like...
What?
It's a city of rats. Oh, yeah.
I got a big-ass forearm.
Oh, yeah. We have big-ass rats. It's
Wow.
it's a scourge. It's really bad.
Wow.
You don't see them during the day, but sometimes you do. But mostly at night, in the little tiny parks or grassy areas, and they're everywhere, man. I mean, they don't come into houses or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, they're very polite rats.
They're French rats. But
never come in uninvited.
But there's a lot of them around, so that scares the shit out of me because you don't expect them. You just live your life, right? You don't grow up thinking. Can you hear me?
I still can hear you. You're frozen though.
You're frozen, but we can hear you.
In a perfect, what I imagine to be like a French person face, just like a.
Looking at a rat.
Yeah, just.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You're back.
Oh, you're back.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's
back.
wonderful.
I'm back. Yeah. So yeah, you have a. You don't go about your life. Oh, I might see a rat today.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of thought you have. So when you see one, it's like, what the fuck is this fucking thing?
Right.
Yeah, it's like a thing I saw on YouTube a few times. They put, the movie Ratatouille, right?
Yes.
Takes place in France. So these guys, they record like at night, right? It's like you have the Eiffel Tower, the music, they play the Ratatouille music, and it's just fucking a horde of rats swarming around them. And it's hilarious. Like the cognitive dissonance. It's hilarious.
Oh my god, that's so. I don't even know what to think about that. I mean, so I wonder how many times people, because you call it a scourge. I wonder how many times people have tried to get rid of the rats in Paris, because like cleaning
I don't know.
up.
It's mostly because even though garbage disposal and garbage management is much better these days than it used to be, but it's still an issue. Let's be honest, Paris is way behind other international cities as far as garbage disposal is concerned.
That's sort of its reputation, though. Paris has the reputation of like the beautiful illuminated city and the one that's bad at garbage disposal.
Yeah, basically, nose up, it's beautiful. Nose down, it's trash. So it's actually better than because I visited Paris a few times when I was a kid, and I remember you had to hop around dog poo all the time. As bad as that. Now
I got an offer there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
Sorry to interrupt you, but like what you said was fucking gold. Nose up is beautiful. Nose down, it's garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. Nose up, it's beautiful. Nose down, it's garbage. Here we go. In the small neighborhood of Manor Grove, it is garbage day. You see young children very excited to be helping their parents rolling the giant canisters out to the curb. They get it to the curb and it nearly spills off, and the parents catch it. And slowly, lined up all up and down the rows, are recycling and trash cans, blue and green.
All the inhabitants of Manor Grove just go out, leave their garbage outside, and they quickly run back into their homes.
Little Jimmy is biking through the neighborhood, looking at all the old houses, waving at their friends, at his friends going home quickly after disposing of the garbage. He's fine. He doesn't really understand why everyone's walking back home so fast. He's just biking around.
Billy is the new kid in town, and his family doesn't really understand their strange customs. It's getting late.
Jimmy, who is also called Billy at times, by his forgetful grandparents, has moved to the new city because of his father's job.
And he arrives at his friend's house and runs up to the door, excited, knocking, just can't wait to play with his friend. Hello, Mr. McMiller? Mr. McMiller, I'm here to see Jacques. Mr. McMiller.
Jimmy, what are you doing here?
We were gonna play. We were gonna play.
No, my mom said we can't play. You gotta go home.
But Jacques, I was gonna be fun. We're gonna. Oh.
He slams the door on Jimmy's face.
Okay, that's weird. I guess I'll just bike home then.
Billy Jimmy went home on his little red bike, going around, avoiding the trash, and then the garbage truck, one of the biggest garbage trucks Billy Jimmy had ever seen in his life, is right there in front of him at the end of the road, a one-way road.
A tall, thin garbage man gets off the truck and starts collecting the trash, seemingly ignoring Billy Jimmy.
He's wearing a red bracelet.
Hi, Mr. Garbage Man. That's a really nice bracelet you have.
Oh, you're talking about this red bracelet?
Yeah, that one. It's really nice. And I just want to say thanks so much for taking our trash. Thank you.
Yeah, this bracelet is cursed.
What? Oh, what's the curse? Tell me all about it. Ooh.
There's a black aura surrounding the red bracelet.
Well, why do you think I am a garbage man? This is my curse.
Well, but you're so useful to the community. It's not a curse. Do they pay you? Or no? Do you make money, Mr. Garbage Man?
You're not from around here, are you?
No, my dad just moved to town. He's a sanitation engineer.
There's a faint voice coming out of the red bracelet.
Huh?
15 years later.
Richard!
Yeah.
Calm down, it's time for supper!
All right. I'm coming, Dad.
Teenagers, Margaret, I don't know what we're going to do with our little son.
Perhaps we should spank him? Should we spank him?
He's 16. I believe that would be a little bit off.
Yes.
Richard! Come on!
All right. I called you. Don't call me Richard. Just call me Dick like everyone else.
Okay.
I would never understand American customs.
Okay. Here is your here's the dinner. We've got some goose liver and some cashew nuts.
And are the eel pies ready?
Let me just get it from the oven.
Oh,
Here we
your
go.
mother makes the best eel pies, Richard.
Thank you
Mom.
so much.
Mom.
Oh, and you too, Margaret. Let the men talk.
Why don't I think I'll just eat out. All right. I'll go see my friends. I'll eat out. Yeah. I'm sorry. I
George,
feel,
if that's what he wants, let him go. Go ahead.
Why wouldn't he have supper with his parents?
Because he's a teenager and sometimes they need independence, you know? That needs more.
I need to, I need to meet Mary and Philip, right?
Oh,
we
Mary?
Yeah, we're going to
That's...
And Philip.
Yeah,
Oh.
Philip and Mary. We were going to the cinema. They're my classmates. We're going to the cinema tonight.
Do you need some money? Here. Why don't you just
Oh,
here.
thank you, Mom.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You just go. Good George.
I won't be back late. Don't worry.
Okay, that's great. You can. It's in biking distance, I think. But if you'd like, you could have the car. I mean, you got your permit. We're very proud of you.
Whoa.
Your new car, the brand new,
Not my new car.
the brand new Mercedes. Oh,
No, not the brand new Mercedes. The one parked next to it.
Oh yes, the Camry.
The Camry.
You can take the Camry. It's your mother's car, anyways.
well, okay.
It needs to be driven every now and again. You know, just to get it out of the garage.
Yes, to lubricate the dingle dong.
Okay, George. Thanks, George. George, why don't you just start eating the eel pie? And here are the keys to the Camry. Go
Thank you.
have a great night.
Thank
Dick.
you, Mom. Thank
I don't
you,
really
Dad.
like
Hey,
that
don't
nickname.
come back too late.
Okay, George.
All
let me go.
right.
Richard Dick heads out to the Camry, which is that color that old cars are. Paint having lost its look.
Beige-ish.
Beige-ish. He gets in, and he drives into the suburban night to head to the cinema.
Yeah, Dick, it's we're over here.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I wasn't watching. I was like looking at the dashboard.
Yeah,
Hi, Dick.
you're always on your phone, man.
Yeah, I know. I just want to clean this car up. It's just there's garbage everywhere. It's just so dirty. I just wanted the car. My mom never cleans the car. I mean, they just bought a new Mercedes, but they let this one go. It's really bad.
Yeah, it seems like this one should just go in the garbage heap, huh?
Yeah,
What
I
do
think
you-
so.
It's good to see
Yeah,
you,
do
Dick.
you want
Hi.
to chew tobacco with us?
Sure.
I'll just vape.
Oh, Mary, I really like your vape.
Thank you. It's a little phallic. See?
Yeah,
Cool,
it is
cool.
actually. So Mary and Phil, what kind of movie did you have in mind?
Well, we were thinking
Well-
about skipping the movie.
Yeah,
That sounds like fun. I like that.
We
yeah.
said we're
Like,
going to the movie, but we're going somewhere else, you know.
well, here's the surprise. We said it's gonna be at the movies, but like, I heard from the kids at school, there's some real weird shit going on
What's that?
in
Phil?
the dump yard.
The
Oh,
dump
yeah.
yard.
The dump yard.
Yeah.
But we're not supposed to go to the dump yard.
But
Who's gonna stop us?
hear us out. Hear us out. So the dump yard, growth. But if you go up and just like go up above the dump yard, there's a little outcropping, which is like
Yeah.
the new hot makeout point.
Yeah. There's tons of, banging up there. Yeah.
Wow. Sure, let's go. I can drive you there.
Yeah. Can we?
In that pile of trash?
Yeah,
we're
come
going.
on.
Come on. Do you have a set of wheels?
Yeah, as
You-
long as it gets up there, then we're gonna roll it down if it doesn't start. That's fine. Don't worry.
Well, all right, but it can go up, right? Like in the to the nice part of town.
Yeah, we'll
Uphill?
go up. We'll go uphill the dump yard.
Yeah.
That night, a couple hours later, they've parked the car and are all squeezed into the 3-seat back seat of the car, there to observe the festivities of the outcropping.
Thank you for allowing me to sit with you at the back while we're watching everything.
Of course.
Kind of awkward, but
You know, guys, this is getting real uncomfortable. I'm gonna stretch my legs. You two have fun. He looks at Richard and winks. Have fun, guys. All right.
Richard winks back. But Philip has already left.
What are you guys winking about?
Well, I think he likes the fact that we're just the two of us now.
Oh yeah, he's a real voyeur.
Yeah. Anyway, Mary, I really like you.
The vapor starts filling up the whole car interior.
You should really stop vaping. I think it's cool for a few minutes, but then I want to be able to talk to you with a clear state of mind.
Are you criticizing me, my life choices? I can't have that. I get enough of that from my parents. You sit here in the car by yourself.
Mary.
She slams the door. The car is just filled with vapor, so Richard, Dick cannot see what's happening outside.
Oh man, I blew it. Oh man, I think I had my chances with Mary. No, Sheila, now she's probably making out with Philip.
Suddenly, a bloody hand hits the car window and screeches down, leaving a blood tray.
What the hell is that? What? Richard is just speechless. He cannot utter two words, and he's just almost peeing his pants.
Somebody opens the door and gets in the car. It's Mary. She is extremely vented.
I'm so vented. Did you see? I can't find Philip anywhere. Did you
What
see?
happened? What happened? What was your hand so bloody? What is going on?
My hand? I was looking for Philip. What do you mean? She tries to open the door, but the child safety locks are on, and she can't get out. What?
I just
One
put the
by
drive
one,
safety lock on. So
A disturbing number of hands start hitting the car windows. They're all bloodied.
oh my god, where's Philip? Oh my god, I'm just gonna drive away. This is too scary.
He climbs over to the front seat of the car. Oh god. Okay. Get out.
I can't start the car.
Have you tried?
Yes,
I don't know.
I've tried the thingy on the left with the little push button thing. It doesn't start.
Suddenly onto the roof of the car drops Philip's lifeless body.
Oh my god, it must be Philip's body. I can guess by the smell.
He does have that tobacco smell about it. Philip, he's not moving. He's not.
Is he
not
dead?
moving.
Philip? Oh, he's saying something. The car bitch man?
The car's bitching, man? I mean, I guess he really liked the car, huh? Yeah.
I don't know. The car bitch man? The garbage man.
Garbage.
Suddenly, Philip's car starts.
Oh, it works.
Oh.
Didn't realize I was pushing on the pedals while we were talking.
Let's go. We gotta go. We gotta report this to the police right away.
All right, I'll drive slowly so that Philip's body doesn't drop. And then they drove super slowly back to the city center.
They reach the police station
Yeah.
and get off the car, but Philip's body is not there anymore. All they can see is a giant blood stain on the car's roof.
So they spend the night in jail, on suspicion. The next morning they are released because obviously they haven't killed Philip, and it's quite clear what happened. So the police file a case, and then they can go home. At home, Richard meets his parent again. Hi mom, hi dad.
You're in so much trouble, young man.
We
I know.
said that you weren't going to stay out too late. And Richard, I'm going to use your full name, Richard, because I'm a little upset. It's the morning. It's 9 a.m.
I know, but you will never believe what happened. We lost my friend Philip up the dump yard, and then there was all this blood, and then there was this body, and then there was like hands all over the car, and I couldn't start the car, and the car started, and we went to the police station right away, and they kept us all night, and then they released us in the morning, and it's like, oh, my head is spinning. I'm sorry.
Take a deep
Richard,
breath.
go up to your bedroom right now.
Thank you. I'll just have a shower.
Just go. Margaret,
Yes, George.
it is what we feared.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Was yesterday garbage day?
It was.
When we return to
Garbage day.
Garbage Day, will Richard ever find his missing friend? Will we know what became of little boy Jimmy Billy? What's going on in Manor Grove?
Why is the dump yard in the nice part of town?
Why are the teenagers making out by the dump yard? All these questions and more will be answered to your horror right after this word from our sponsors.
Using calculators is not an acceptable shortcut for doing math.
But Mr. Stevenson, I can't think of all the numbers. There's too many numbers.
We don't take the easy route in public schools, you know that.
I know you're very strict. You really make me do all the math, but couldn't I just use my phone?
Huh.
You cannot use a calculator. You cannot use your phone. You cannot use your head. We're here to help you.
That's a very good series of questions, Steve.
Well, here at Calculate For You, you just have this little device tagged on your shirt that does all the calculations for you, and it whispers it into your ear. You just say out loud at some point and you hear the results back.
It does look like a tiny Irishman, but we assure you, it is not alive.
Yes, and no tiny little Irishmen were ever hurt in the production of this device.
What's the area of the triangle?
Yeah, but it's the half the base times the height.
Tiny Irishman.
Tiny Irishman.
Welcome back to Garbage Day, a Halloween adventure.
Infused
Adventure. When we last left, Richard's friend Philip had possibly died, but also disappeared. And the parents knew that something was up, and there were many other mysteries left unsolved in Manor Grove. Let's find out what horrors are in store for us in this episode of The Offer, Garbage Day. Here we go.
Who left the dishes in the sink?
It's just that it was too much for me to do. It was
Mom, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. I hate when you leave the dishes in the sink. All this garbage. It's just terrible.
It's been so hard for me, ever since Jimmy Billy disappeared. It's been years, but I can't get the energy up. I just can't. I can't do it. Could you do
Mom,
them?
I know you knew their family very well. You were very close to the family and what happened, but you need to get past it. You need to do your chores. You need to clean up. The house is getting dirtier and dirtier. What's happening, Mom? I'm helping you, but I can't cope with the amount of work.
What's going on here? Who is screaming like a little girl?
It was Jacques. He was screaming.
Jock? All right, listen to me, little brother. You gotta grow up, all right? I know your little friend, that thing happened to him, but it was his fault, all right? You gotta understand. You gotta be a winner.
Was it his fault? Was it really his fault?
Hey, he was out on garbage day. Everyone knows you don't go out on garbage day.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Jock?
But he was new and we...
Speak up, Jock. Come on.
I closed the door on him.
Yeah, you did the responsible thing.
But he's dead now.
It's all right.
Well, we don't know. He's disappeared.
Yeah.
We don't know. That's true.
Nobody finds garbage day bodies.
He might yet be found. Nobody finds the garbage day bodies. Although, I sort of have an inkling of where they might... If someone's hiding bodies and they're disappearing on garbage day, don't you think... I don't know why I haven't thought of this before. It's been 15 years.
Mom, ever since Dad left, he left to find the bodies. He never came back. All right, we did the responsible thing.
It's scary out there. Here's the thing. Jacques and Jacques' older brother, Martin.
Joker. They call me Joker.
Okay, they call you... well, that could get confusing for other people. We call you Joker in the family. Let's use your real name, because we've got Jacques and Joker. That's too much. Jacques and Martin.
Mom, why don't you just call me Steven?
Oh,
you don't remember my name? Jacques, I think Mom's having a mental breakdown.
Things are confusing. I think they're in the dump yard. If someone's taking people on garbage day, it's sort of the natural conclusion to think, what if they're going to the dump? You guys don't understand me. Let me call my friend Let me call.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hi, George. I'm wanting to speak to your wife. Could you
Margaret?
could you put Margaret
Well, she's
on?
cleaning the floors.
Well, could you... look, I have a thought about maybe where everybody's been disappearing to. Do you think you could put her on, please? 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 For me?
Rita, I don't think it is. I don't think you should be talking about those things.
And suddenly, behind George, he could not see, but a bloody hand was getting closer and closer to his neck.
I'm just wondering if maybe they could all be going to the dump yard. Like, maybe they're all in the dump yard, George.
Well, you know very well what happened to Jack.
George? George?
The line was cut.
That's weird.
A chill went up Rita's spine.
Jacques?
Yes?
I'm gonna,
Mom?
I'm gonna go lay down in bed, cause this is all too much. But could you go check on George and Margaret? Something's not right.
Sure, I'll go.
Just so cold.
Okay, sure, I'll go right now. They're not too far.
Okay, bye.
And then
Jock rides his big red bicycle to their family's friends. It's a house. He's riding a red bicycle he found on the street on garbage day 15 years ago.
This bike is really too small for me now. I know it's sentimental, but I feel really stupid biking around with my big legs on this small bike. I'm just like bumping my knees into my chin all the time, and got bruises all over, and I split 2 pair of pants already, and this is not. And then I'm really going slow as fuck. I'm like, this is taking forever, and they just live down the block.
While Jock is monologuing about his life's miseries, he rides way past the house he was going to. He was too deep in thought. And he finds Mary smoking on the streets.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, Jock.
Hey, Mary. I'm supposed to go check on Richard's parents, but I kind of rode past our houses, and I'm kind of lost. I'm kind of happy I see you here.
It's good to see you too, Jacques. I've been vaping extra hard. I saw some crazy shit last week.
And you know what, Mary? I think you're vaping too much.
She throws her phallic-shaped vapor at Jock's face.
Ow! Mary, I just say for your good. I mean, vaping a little bit is better than smoking, but come on, it's like, look, it's misty all over town because of you.
That doesn't make any sense.
You know what I mean.
I need to relax. I saw a body. I saw my good friend, and he's still missing. No one will believe me. Give me that back. Sorry.
Like, look, you do whatever you want with your health, but I'm supposed to go check on Margaret and George, right? So you coming with me, or you not?
Fine. I'll come with you.
Okay.
And I'll hold off vaping. You know, I'll vape once every hour or something. But I'm not gonna. You can't make me stop, okay?
I won't make you stop.
Okay.
They go over Margaret and George's house. When they get there, the house is dark and empty. There is no electricity. Why
The
is there no
doorbell.
electricity?
The doorbell's not working. I'm not. This doorbell always works.
My mom sounded
There's
really
a
distressed.
stench coming from the house. They have just recently started feeling.
I can't smell anything because my nose doesn't work because I vape so much. You're making an odd face. What's that face for? What's wrong?
It smells disgusting. It's like We are at the dump yard. It's the same smell as in the dump yard. It feels like there's a million garbage bags being torn open here. This is crazy. Oh my god.
That's a gross image. Again, I can't smell anything, so I'm going in. She turns the doorknob. It's open.
She pushes 70 garbage bags when she opens up the door.
Oh!
And they all fall on the floor and break.
Oh! Okay, I'm closing the door. Okay. Wow, that's gross in there. I can't smell it, but that looks gross.
Oh my god, who put all these bags in? And where are Margaret, George, and Richard? I'm really worried now. Really, really worried.
They decide to push through and they go into the house.
Yeah.
Come on, Mary,
Ew.
we need to find
Ew.
them.
Okay.
This is...
Ew. 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 Ew.
Okay,
Ew.
Mary is tiptoeing around garbage bags.
Mary,
Yeah,
focus.
Jacques.
Focus. Okay, stop saying you.
Okay.
Stop vaping, stop saying you, just follow me, okay?
Okay. Ugh.
They go up the stairs where there's a fewer garbage bags, and then they feel something is moving around the house. They hear some strange noises.
Jacques, can you fight off whatever that is? Are you strong?
I mean, there's obviously some weird... What is this? What is this on the floor? Look at this. It's a red bracelet.
Oh, it's kind of cute.
It's cute, but
It's
I've
like-
never seen that before. It's like weird.
Huh. Let me see.
They can't really figure it out, because it's very dark. But they sort of see a tall, slim silhouette, very far. They can't really figure out what it is, so they shouldn't be that scared. But they're starting to suspect there's something wrong around them.
Either a person or a really interesting shadow from like a statue just around the corner. What do you think, Jacques? I don't know.
Yeah, it might be just a tree.
Maybe they have a treat. Maybe they're getting ready for Christmas already. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
The bracelet starts whispering to Jock.
I think we should leave.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like Richard and George and Margaret may be still around, and maybe there's something wrong. Look at all these bags. We need to find out.
Oh, do you mean we have to go through all the garbage bags?
Okay, I think that might be in one of the rooms, and maybe they're hiding or something. Maybe they got... Oh, I know what happened. Mary, I've got a perfectly sane explanation to all of this.
Okay, Jacques, go ahead.
I think they just got overwhelmed with the amount of garbage they were producing. You know, like when you stop doing a real regular thing, you procrastinate, and then things start
Meanwhile, in the woods, Richard is running away from whatever he saw, but he's terrified. He doesn't know what to do. He's looking for someone to help him.
Help! Someone help me! Someone.
He's dodging garbage bags in the middle of, in the forest, and far away he can see a huge garbage truck.
Oh my god. Suddenly, a brand new Mercedes drives by. Get in!
Get in, Richard, come on.
Richard jumps into the brand new Mercedes door that just opened, and the car rides away.
Darling, are you all right, darling?
Mom, Dad, I was so worried about you.
Well, yes, your father's been pretty hurt. He's
Oh, my neck hurts a bit much.
Okay. So,
Dad, you're bleeding all over the brand new Mercedes.
It's all right, don't worry.
we're headed to the hospital, but we had to get you first. So, here's the thing. Here is the thing about do you remember when Jimmy Billy disappeared? Do you remember how his parents his parents were called out as hoarders, and there was that whole big town problem about them, So that wasn't really their fault. Meanwhile, they're careening through a forest in a brand new Mercedes-Benz. It's so they just were, how do you say, it wasn't their fault exactly that there was trash in their house. There's a problem. There's a
Yeah, it's
George,
like
do you want to explain while I do the
Well,
driving?
you see, the new family in town, we call them you're too young to remember this, but their car breaks down.
Oh, thank God, I was about to throw up.
George,
You see,
did you not have this serviced recently, George? How long has it been sitting unused in the garage?
I think we have more urgent matters at hand.
You are bleeding out of your neck. George, we need to take this to the hospital.
Well, look. Okay, here's the
Fine,
thing.
George,
The new family in town,
You explain.
we call
I'm gonna
them the receptacle.
I'm going to get out and work
They-
on the car.
Yeah, Margaret, you've always been really good at tools.
Dad, can you just explain what's going on?
Whichever family is new in town, they need to offer a sacrifice to the garbage man.
From outside the car, the mom yells in. But there's a bit of a problem. Because of someone leaving the town, there's now a couple of families that are the newest in town.
Yes. Our records are not very reliable, so we don't really know who the new family is.
Why, it's very confusing. I'm kind of like... Who's
Okay,
this
it's
garbage?
technically us and the Jacksons.
Oh, the McMillers.
McMillers.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm bleeding out. Cut me some slack.
We're bleeding out. We will cut you some slack. So it's either us or the McMillers.
Yes.
And so the receptacle keeper is coming for both of us.
My God, this is terrible. At this moment, a tall, lanky man appears
Oh boy.
against the backdrop of a light that glows from behind.
Oh, God, I can't see anything. Let me see if I can get the car started. I thought I replaced everything. Turns over but does not start. George, this was supposed to be the perfect Mercedes. George, you and your fancy cars.
Suddenly,
George passes out.
George passes out, and suddenly the tall, lanky man starts speaking in the voice of a woman. Hello? I really like vaping.
Is the receptacle? I'm sorry. Is that Richard? Richard, is that Mary?
Yes, Mom. It's Mary's voice, but it's not her body. It's weird.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've ever.
The receptacle is surrounded by vapor. A pineapple scented vapor.
Oh, what is that? That smells terrible.
It's worse than garbage. Ugh.
Oh gosh, is that Mary's normal flavor of vape?
I don't know, but... And then he saw the red bracelet around the tall, lanky man's with Margaret's voice. Wrists. Oh, I know she... Oh my God, look at that. She has this red bracelet. It's weird. I'm kind of attracted to it.
Now, wait a minute. That's the same bracelet that was in our house. There are two bracelets.
God.
Meanwhile, back inside their house, Mary is looking at the bracelet. It doesn't look so bad. It looks nice. She walks effortlessly around the garbage. She's unbothered by garbage. In fact, it seems to melt away from her.
The
Anyway.
tall figure standing next to the car just stares in the direction of the town and speeds straight towards the other bracelet.
As the figure speeds through town, garbage bags are just thrown on each side of his trail.
Because he's driving the giant
tsunami
garbage
of
truck,
garbage
falling
bags.
out of the garbage truck. There,
The city starts being filled with garbage everywhere.
Mary peacefully walks down the path and she's standing on the sidewalk, vaping as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, the giant garbage truck speeds through the city. It screeches, the tires screech every time it takes a turn.
Where Margaret is.
Or Mary.
Mary is. And opens the door. The tall lanky man finally found his other receptacle.
hi. I hear your. Is you coming out of the bracelet? Is that your voice? Yeah.
Meanwhile, Richard, George, and Margaret are. George is passed out, but they're carrying him, and they're kind of running towards Mary to try and save her because they got it that it was Mary's voice, and they're trying to go back to the McMillan's house. And oh my God, it's all like.
This is gonna take too long. And the mother spots the tiny red bicycle. Here, we'll hop on your back. You get on that, and I'll hold him. Ride.
They place George on the bicycle's front basket. He looks like an overgrown ET.
Okay, I think I can handle this. I really need to change my trousers. Oh. Finally, they get there because the tall, lanky man and Mary are still gazing into each other's eyes dreamingly.
So
The tall, lanky man stretches his arm and his hand towards Mary.
No, says Richard from far behind. No, don't touch him.
this is great. This is great because I'm zero waste. They grab hands.
The stinkiest stench of all times starts emanating from their fused bodies. The red bracelet glows so big. The stench is so thick we can see it. And it's...
Jock is standing there and he does not know what to do.
In the midst of this stench, we hear Jimmy Billy's faraway voice. No! The city is filled with stench and garbage.
1 week has passed. The British family are having breakfast at their kitchen table.
So.
Richard has a bandage on the side of his neck.
Richard and George have a bandage.
And George,
on the side
yeah,
of their
they
neck.
were both injured.
Mom, can you
Yes, Richard.
pass the butter, please?
There you go.
Oh, I see you've recovered your accent.
Yes, I've decided to embrace my family background. I know I was educated in the States, but I feel like I'm closer to my British heritage.
Yes, and well, as you know, we're leaving Manor Grove forever because, well, it's a toxic
You know.
wasteland. So
It is a toxic environment for children.
Yes, I can't wait to leave. I'm so happy we sold the house and it's our last morning here. As Richard goes upstairs to finish packing, he doesn't notice at the back of his suitcase the little red bracelet.
That's wrapped around a phallic-shaped vape pen.
the last image, that last haunting image. We really wanted it.
Well, we want a
Yes.
sequel, don't we?
I know, because
Well, of course.
we didn't mention that, but that is also so true of all of these films, is that they have like some little. So that was Garbage Day, a Halloween part 1 of maybe 15 more to come. Wow. So
Yes.
we're going to take just like a hot minute of a break and then come back and chat about what we were thinking about as we were improvising that, sort of debrief a bit. just to for us to go like, what just
Unpack.
happened?
Let's unpack it.
Yes, let's unpack a bit. Let's unpack that garbage bag. So,
Yeah,
this
let's do
is The Offer.
And we're back, fellers.
And we're back. So let's just chat quickly. I know you have to go soon, Julian. Yes, or what time is it for you? Is it time? Oh gosh, it's time.
It is time, but I do have a few minutes too.
Okay, great. So let's chat
Great.
very quickly. So we were thinking about slasher films, and so
Yes.
what do you guys think were the elements of that made that a slasher genre?
Well, I want to say that
Whoa.
the scream I made at the beginning of the second part of the story,
Yeah.
it scared I could hear my roommate asking me if I was all right.
I heard it too. I heard.
It got so distorted that Zoom decided to cancel it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
you
We could hear the beginning at the end and the end of the scream.
Oh wow,
Yes, it was real weird. I was thrown off a bit. It was a very good, like, that is so how, like, I don't know, that's how they start a scene with a scream.
Yeah.
It was also really fascinating for me how you threw it out as like sort of a you screamed and then you sort of left it for us to do something with, like there was this, it was improv in the like,
What is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And because of how Zoom, it was just fascinating. The process of us figuring out what was going on there was a very improv moment for me. I
Yes,
really liked it. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
I loved your faces. I like, this is I don't know if people who listen to do improv or perform but the baddest kick I get out of improv is those moments when you surprise your partner so much or you surprise yourself so much.
Yeah.
That you had that moment of, like you're about to jump into the void, right? You have to jump
Yes.
off the cliff and you don't know if the water's deep enough. You're about to do something. You're about to go and talk to that person you really like, and your heart is beating fast. You don't know what the hell is gonna happen. That's why I do improv. There's that moment of like, what if I just scream very long and see what happens?
Just
see
like
what
my
happens.
roommates.
Yeah, and because I have total trust in you guys, and I know this can only go well, and that's the beauty of improv. That's what I keep telling my students in Paris. I said, if you don't throw yourself out into the arena, so to speak,
Why are you
then
doing improv?
Why are you doing improv? Why are you doing improv if you don't get a kick out of those moments?
Yeah, there is no failure, right? We figured it out. Even though I think, as the video record will show, Cesar and I were both like, because there was also the problem of the way the internet related it to us. So we were like, wait, did he start saying something and then stop? And then we like were checking in with your video, and you were still.
Did he freeze?
Yeah, so there was another layer of like, what's happening? But it was really thrilling to pull it from like, it's a scream, to like integrate it into the story and get moving.
Yeah, then it became the Mick Miller.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And for a moment, I thought we were back at Margaret and George's house, and until someone said Jock, I was like, thank God they said the name, because
We were
But it
so
was a-
confused.
I actually thought we were back at Margaret and Richard. I was gonna to and George. I was about to walk in as George,
But
and they said, "Oh, Jock. Oh, okay." Then because in my mind I was already walking in, so okay, I need to walk in as something. Okay, I'm the big brother, I guess.
No, that was really cool. No, that was really cool because you brought the Mac Miller's family back into the story, because we really wanted to know what had happened to them.
Yeah.
And the fact that they appear at the beginning of Act 1 and the beginning of Act 2 is
You're right.
unwittingly a really cool moment, because we bring them back and we understand the link with the beginning of the story. So I think that's really cool for our audience.
I also think because of that, we got a really interesting moment where Jacques felt guilty about closing the door on Jimmy Billy all those years ago. I thought that was like a really cool character note about that.
Yeah.
Like the complicitness or whatever in what had happened was really cool.
Yeah.
He's still riding Billy Jimmy's bike
Tiny little red
Yes.
bicycle.
for sentimental reasons.
Yeah, I really like this moment because at the beginning I didn't realize that he was telling his mom, "Oh, get over it, get over it, get over it," because she's the one who worries about.
She's obsessed with the problem,
Yeah,
the dilemma.
and then suddenly realizes that he feels guilty himself for having closed the door. Well, he was pushed probably by his father, but
Yeah.
he's the one who closed the door down on him, on Jimmy
Yeah.
Billy, and he died afterwards, or he disappeared anyway.
Yeah.
I like the supernatural element to the story too.
Yeah, it was really cool that we somehow managed to not explain it. Like it was there, it was doing stuff, and we didn't do that thing that happens in improv a lot where you try to come up with like clear mechanism. We just let it be weird because that exists, I think, in most slasher like
I really like the image of the huge garbage truck just
barreling through town.
speeding through the town, and with like garbage bags falling off it.
I really like the discoveries we made that there were actually two bracelets and they need to be joined. I really like the discoveries that, it's really, really cool. There were a lot of cool discoveries within the frame of what we were doing. It was not like extra, I don't know what the word is, extratemporaneous or whatever you call it. Like suddenly from the sky falls this new element,
Yeah.
It was really, really cool.
Yeah, it was within the same frame we created at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was that one moment that I think it was Caesar who, like you said, it was Mary's voice coming from the lanky figure.
Yes,
It
I like
was,
the
Julien.
switch. Yeah, I really like
Yeah,
that.
that was wild. That was
made
really
me
interesting.
That made me feel more like a horror fantasy movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I really like the mixing of genre because it is a slasher movie, but it's also a movie. Well, type podcast, but
Yes.
but
Story.
it kind of was mixed with the horror and supernatural elements.
Yeah.
And I really like it. Reminds me of that movie about some sort of spirits that get woken up after a seance and gets into the minds and the spirits and
Isn't that Insidious?
I can't remember the name. It's recent and the movie ends with one of the characters has grown up and is in the asylum, and that doll who is infused with the
The
spirit
Conjuring.
Conjuring, is trying to exactly that movie, and that doll is trying to still kill whoever was responsible for the seance and stuff. It was really cool, and there's no explanation.
Yeah.
We don't know why the spirit is there. We don't really know, and we know it was a burial ground of some sorts.
Yeah.
That happens a lot with what we had in our story. It's like there's a partial explanation, right?
Yes.
Like the newest family, their kid gets killed, but we don't know why that happened. But there's a thing, there's a mechanic
I think
happening.
unconsciously there is a link because new means clean. All
Yeah.
means dirt. So there is that symbolic jump from one concept to the other. Like you're new, you're clean, you're untouched, you're a virgin in this town,
Right.
so to speak. So you get to be the new receptacle. But old families have been there for a while, and the fact that when somebody leaves, they become the newest family. That's quite a cool actually concept.
Yeah.
It's like the least untouched.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes.
it reminds
The more
me,
untouched, the most untouched.
It reminds me of like dimensions of how like small town horror and how it works, like sort of like The Lottery or I really need to see Get Out, but like this way that there's this like secret force that instills the order that keeps things ordered the way they are.
It's a very Stephen King's mind thing to. There is this, and it's a commentary.
It should have been Maine.
Yeah, I think in Stephen King's books, it's also to talk about America and to talk about countryside America and to reflect about what makes America what it is, right? So we didn't have
it's a very suburban horror.
We didn't have that social commentary, of course, but although we did have an immigrant family. The British,
yes,
which
British.
I kind of like that because there's also the theme, like you come from another place and you return back to your roots, so you need to leave. It's this very symbolic stuff happening in this story.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we're deep and meaningful.
Deep and meaningful. I think also the conversation about waste though we didn't get into the weeds of talking about it, it is something our whole society has to figure out. Like, how are we going to manage all of our trash? Like, it's a real horror, like a real one.
By
Is like
sacrificing the newborn.
of course, yes, whatever it is. So
So how do you think? How do you think we tied up our initial concepts to the story we did?
The initial-
to wrap it up.
yeah. When you say, can you give an example of the sort of response you mean? What do you mean?
Well, do you think we integrated our main ideas, the ideas we did on the
Or our pre-show stuff, like when we were thinking.
How did we make this slasher?
I mean, we had the car, the problem with the car that won't start. We even carried it over to like a silly bicycle. Like there's like a bicycle that's reliable, even though it's the wrong size, but none of the cars, even how new they are, don't work, right? There was a way that something had happened long ago in the past, and it was affecting the present. And so we had the car long ago in the past, and Caesar's your idea that you had mentioned was, what was it? I'm forgetting.
Well, there was
now.
a dichotomy between the victim and the killer. Yeah.
And the killer.
So, I like that Richard liked clean things and was upset. Even Jacques also was upset at his mom.
Yeah,
not
Jacques
cleaning.
was upset too.
And then the killer was a garbage man. He liked garbage basically.
Yeah.
So,
and Mary couldn't smell it, so that she was able to like she didn't like looking at it, but she couldn't smell it. So
And it was the idea that smoking was dirty. You should stop smoking. It's not good. It's there was a lot.
Yeah, and there was someone chewing tobacco. It was like they have dirty habits,
and
except
also
for
dirty
Richard.
Dirty minds.
Yes.
Like they want to make out, they can't. So I think there's a lot of integrated
Make out in
symbolism.
the in the landfill.
in the land.
In the landfill.
All right, guys, I need to.
You need to go. So let's wrap it
go.
up. Thanks so much, Julian. That was a lot of fun. It was really wonderful.
Do you have
get
anything to
finish it.
plug?
Yeah,
Any projects
Yes,
you're doing?
I'm gonna improvise a duo with the most famous improviser in France. His name is his name is Mark Jane. He's British. And he's been living in France for like over 30 years. He's so famous around here. He does a lot of workshops and shows. One of which is called Bio, like a biopic of an improvised character. Yeah, that's really cool. And so on Monday, December 7th of 8:00, you should come to Paris and check out at the Improvi Bar.
I'll try my best.
Improvi Bar is the bar for improv in Paris.
Cool.
And unless we are in a lockdown situation, because they're talking about closing bars and restaurants again here, we don't know.
Again?
It's up in the air. It's up in the air.
Yeah.
But by December should be fine, I hope. So yes, I'm improvising with them, and I'm improvising with a team from last year called Improvised, which are impro teasers.
Cool.
And it's really cool. We're doing very we're just trying a lot of things. Like, it's very out there.
Nice.
And we have a show called Autopsy, which is, if you know, inspired from the game Funeral, but we make a show out of it, starting with an autopsy rather than a funeral.
Gotcha.
And we want to integrate the audience into it, so the audience will be part of the show.
Cool.
Cool.
Great.
So you'll be able to find the links to all these things Julien mentioned down below.
Yes. Check us out.
And thank you very much for being our guest. As always, it's you fucking knocked it out of the park, man.
You help us so much. You are so wonderful to play with, and you push us to leap into the unknown, and it works out beautifully. So
thank you. I've really enjoyed this podcast, and I hope I can be back another time. That's all.
Oh, you will.
Great. So find out details about Julian's show and all of his socials in the details below. And thank you so much for listening to The Offer. We'll be coming at you again next week. Caesar, tell people
TheOffercast.com. No, it's supposed to be scary, Paul.
Oh.
Make it scary.
Well, I just sang. Isn't that the scariest thing? Anyway, goodbye.
See you next week.
See you, bye.